What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Small Account Challenge Day 3. Today we had a great day as well. Add another $130 to the Small Account Challenge. We're basically up 60% since we started this. Started with $1,000 not that long ago, and we're at 1623. Today was pretty interesting. I am recording this currently with the market open to wrap this up a little bit quicker. And I mean, everything's just green today. The Dow's having a great day. Recovered all of yesterday's losses. I mean, just look at these names, all green. It was a really big day in the market, and we decided to short the market today. Not the overall market, just specific names. And one of the names that we shorted today that worked for us was Piton, and we did it yesterday as well. Similar pattern. I mean, just look here. The VIX got clapped today. You know, bonds are selling off. So it's a very interesting day. Not much really happening besides what you see on the screen. I mean, again, can you really explain this? Nope, not really, but it is what it is. We just trade what's in front of us and ignore everything else. By the way, today was the first day we actually traded the margin account on top of the cash account. And let's just cover the alerts real quick. There's a lot of information here. And by the way, if you're new here, all you got to do is click the link on the comment section below. Once you click the link, you'll be pop up to our Discord. It's absolutely free. No obligations. You can join the alerts that we offer for free. Again, it's all free. There's no catch, nothing like that. Just click it, join the community. There's over 1,000 of us doing this, so it's great. But anyways, take a look here. I mean, we did a lot of stuff here today. And we basically did puts on Piton and Peloton, if you're not familiar, but we did a lot of stuff here. So we basically got in at 235. We got filled, and then we averaged down at 157, and then we went back in and I bought some actually on the margin account because we ran out of cash and I still wanted to short this. And long story short, we made like 97 bucks on the margin account and like 30 bucks on the cash account, and we put it together where you get this balance over here. Right? I mean, today was pretty frustrating. It's really hard to cover, but I'll read this. Bear with me. It's a little bit frustrating if you're new, but just hear me out. So as market opened, 9:42 a.m., I put a play for Piton for 250, and we changed the bid, and I got filled at 235, and then we averaged down at 157, and then basically we had an average of 212 on that account, right? 235, 157, had an average of 212, and we sold these at 219. Yeah, right over here. Change. This is an error here. It's 219. We sold it. Actually, we edit that before somebody noticed it. Perfect. All right. So it was 219. We got out. We made 37 bucks on the cash account and 90 bucks, something like that, on the margin account. And I transferred the money over from the margin to the cash. So you can see I used 1 day trade. That's pretty much it. That's, again, a great example of how I'm using the margin account is to do spreads or to just day trade real quick, roll the profits over to the cash account so we can trade more coming up tomorrow. Again, we're all cash today on both accounts, which is great. We have some room to do better plays now. We can stop doing weeklies, kind of, sort of. Again, we might still do weeklies because those pay a little bit more, but I mean, this is it. Again, we started with $1,000 in October, literally, and then we're at 1623 today, which is great. I'm not going to complain with that at all. But there was a chance that we could have made a lot more money on this. Again, we bought puts here. We bought puts here. Again, the play could have hit, but of course, I did not see it breaking 116, went all the way down to 115.50, and that was basically a huge sell-off there. Could have made like $300-400, and then if I would have kept the margin account, Piton balance there as well, that would have made another $300-400 as well. So we could have made almost $1,000 today if the play would have hit on time. But again, it was just the price action on the stock is ridiculous right now. It's just going up and up every single day. I mean, take a look at here. We'll look at a 30-minute chart. I mean, just look at that. I mean, this is really tough to short, right? It's like every short position just gets bought back up and it gaps up every freaking morning. Look at this. Gap. Well, it gapped down here. But again, it doesn't matter. Got right back up. Gap, and gap. So why would you want to short something like this? It's just price action. I know that every gap comes up and it gets sold off at one point. So half the day it goes up and half the day it gets sold off right in the middle level. So again, similar pattern here. So coming up tomorrow, I'm hoping for 120 open. Maybe we can play Piton again. I'm kind of stressed out with Piton, honestly. It's a little frustrating because the stock does not trade rationally, but those are those plays that actually pay big. Maybe we'll get a huge correction and we're holding the right contract at the right time. But again, we got to sell the puts, buy the calls. But as of right now, I'm just basically just playing the short side and covering as soon as I get the price action I want. Look at that. Apple selling off a little bit here. I don't know what's happening here, but could be news. But the SPY's holding up, so it's probably individual news. Who knows? The candles are getting kind of big, but it doesn't matter. We're not in Apple. So moving forward, I mean, today was just a really green day. You know, the VIX got clapped. Just looking at all the stuff, I mean, everything's green pretty much. I mean, maybe a few names are red, like Snapchat's red barely, Lyft is red barely. Everything else just kind of ripped up, and Yeah, I mean, it's just a really interesting day. It kind of hard to trade, honestly. It's at this point, it's just kind of chop around back and forth, being negative, positive, big numbers. So it's kind of those things where maybe being cash is a better advantage than actually finding plays. It's just really tough. Being patient and having that reward system will pay off, considerably. But interesting what the news on Apple is. Maybe we could find that out. Congressional panel accuses Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google for abusing market power. Well, no shit. Possible remedies include everything from breakups to banning. But yeah, this isn't going to happen. Anyway, so this is probably a good buy to dip opportunity in Apple, and Apple's going to come out with the new iPhone launch October 13th, I believe. So there is a good chance it might hit that 120 mark area soon. I thought today might be a great day for it. Broke 115, almost, I believe it hit 116 at one point. Did I? No, didn't. But anyways, that's the plays that I'm looking at. So with Piton, considerably, this stock just drained us out. As you can tell, did a lot of activities here on Piton. So if you're not following specifically, again, I'm trading this much differently than before. I'm not disclosing position sizes. You guys can obviously see. If you guys do want to see position size, just go to the Instagram account. It's all free in the public, or the website, Instagram, all the way to the bottom. Click that and you kind of see exactly what we did. Again, not much to really talk about. I do post the plays entries. You guys can see it. And again, if you're on Instagram, you can see that I have 5 contracts on this. And then, again, look good. 1628. I mean, again, this was early on in the day and I didn't post, and that's our basically profits that we have for the day. But that's about it, guys. It's a pretty slow day today, considerably of what we did. It's not slow in the markets. The markets are just shooting up, obviously. We're cash neutral. Again, anything can potentially happen tomorrow, so let's take advantage of what happens. It's better to enter a position knowing what you're doing than hoping if it's going to go up or down. I mean, even Nikolai's having a great day, which is unusual, right? I mean, those calls that we had would have hit big at this point. Really, really tough to trade alone right now. I'm not promoting or anything like that, but it's just really tough. I mean, wow, GoPro. Shit. I actually have GoPro in the long term. I didn't notice that till now. Wow, 28%. Something must have came out. That's actually pretty big news. But this isn't a market recap. This is a small account challenge recap. And that's pretty much all I have to talk about, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit the like button, dislike button, hit something, engage, help us out. We're trying to grow this channel. We'll consider it. But anyways, guys, have a good day.